Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent bringing you episode 30, the landmark Big 3-0 of Let's Play Sword Coast Legends. Hope you guys are doing well and ready for more Sword Coast Legends. We are in the slums, wasting no time.
If you say so.
I do say so. We have to find a smuggler. So let's get to it. Let's check out her. She has a scroll with Summon Imp. Imp that follows you and assists you in combat. She doesn't really have anything that we need or want. At the moment. So let's explore.
Sounds like a plan.
It does. Let's get right into it.
Yeah.
Would a peasant know? Keep moving, friend. We can try these residences in hopes of finding where the smuggler might be. This looks like a way down, no? Oops.
Sure.
I never said anything bad about Ship Kurth.
If you say so.
Well, what did we find? Oh yeah, that thing, but we can't interact with it. They're just shimmering their pair of boots that bugged out, I think.
Alright.
Oh, let's go talk to Findale. He might know.
Plan.
He might know where to go. There's a residence up here, though, we can check. Findale's down here. Illicit goods dealer. He might even be the person. He's got a book over his head. I think he is.
I'm busy. You want to buy something, we can talk. You want something shipped out of town? You have to come back later.
We do need someone smuggled out of Luskan.
Your friend can walk himself out the front gate. I'm busy.
This is no run-of-the-mill job, pal. This one comes with a little heat on it.
Heat, eh? In that case, what's life without a bit of challenge? What's the job?
You don't need the details. Can you do it or not?
I need the details so I know how much to charge you. Sending a love-struck maiden to Neverwinter's pretty different from smuggling a gang of captured kobolds into the Underdark. Not that I'd do such a thing.
If you can't get one person out of town without the guards noticing, then we got no business talking to you.
The way I see it, you've got yourself a couple of options. You've got the basic package and what I call the Luskan Special. Basic means I'll get your friend a new identity. Forged documents, but good ones. I'll hook her up with a caravan of friendly travelers heading out of the city. Should be safe, but no guarantees. That'll cost you 100 gold pieces. If you really care about this person, though, you should go with the Luskan Special. This includes actual, non-forged documentation, hired protection, and a guarantee of safe travel to any town on the Sword Coast. It's a bit pricey, so it's not for everyone. But, as an added bonus, I'll make you a VIP at my little shop here and sell you the full extent of my wares. So, what's it gonna be?
Okay, we have a charisma check we can try. We're doing this to save a friend's life. Can't you bring the price down a bit?
Look, you seem like a good
Success.
sort, but... Oh, Timora, damn my heart. I'm such a softie. 600 gold. That's the best I can do.
We'll take the Luskan Special.
Alright, I'll take care of it. Where can I find her?
At the Burning Dawn Guild Hall. What's left of it.
Ha! That's a bastard of a place to hide. Surprised I didn't think of it. My men will go meet with her immediately.
The Luskan special's too good for that cowardly turncoat hag.
That was a lot of gold, but I think it's coin well spent.
You made a fair choice, but man, I hope it's worth it. Anyway, we need to get back to Raisa, see if she's ready to talk about that gilded-eyed prisoner.
Okay, wait. Findale, I'd like to see your goods now.
Welcome back. What can I do for you today?
Show me what you got. Okay. Serpent Venom Scourge Fang. Pretty nifty dagger. Numbing dagger. +1 to all poison damage dealt. Highway Bandit Scarf. Increased gold by 2%. Cloak of Cleansing. +1 charisma. Oh, he's got Paracolos. So it's Stiletto of the Dabbler. +3 cantrip damage. 9 to 18 acid damage over 10 seconds. Does that mean 9 to 18 per turn? Or just 9 to 18 and it takes 10 seconds to do it all? Highway Bandit's armor. +3 dexterity saves. 2% chance when hit to cast blur. Not really necessary for anybody. Okay, I guess that's the VIP. Alright, let's head back to, Raisa. Jarhild's not a fan, but I take care of the peeps I work with. Market District. Can we get waylaid, huh? Waylaid? Waylaid? Can we get waylaid? Ma, can we get... Oh, we got waylaid! We're getting waylaid! I love it. Little bit of combat. Mercenaries. Wow, a bunch of recruits. Okay. Let's get started then. Larethar, you hide. You go ahead and Spiritual Hammer. Jarhild, you rally too. You go ahead and make him a little sleepy. Alright. Jarhild, come up and attack. Larethar, Hidden Dagger. Lydia, attack.
Broke a nail on that one.
Alexander, go ahead and confuse. Right here.
You might want to stand back for this one.
Okay, that one's going down. Everybody focus on that one.
Lucky hit.
Perfect strike.
Pretty simple. Everybody get that one. Well, I want to see some of this damage we're doing, but... Do I have tactics on? Tactics are off, okay. Pretty much not even scratching us.
How does that make you feel?
Couple more recruits. Recruit's gonna die in the line of their first job. Wow.
Hey.
Is everyone okay?
324 XP. Potion of Regen. 25 gold. $26 gold. 26 gold. Alright. Continue venturing to the market district. Very cool. So yeah, I hope you all are doing well. Hope you all are enjoying the Sword Coast here in Faerun. Some Dungeons and Dragons action. Haven't played a D&D game in a long time. So it's cool to be back. For some reason it's taking a while to load. There we go.
Yeah.
Where's the guild hall?
Sure.
Down here. Way down here. Hopefully she's still alive and all. Dang it.
Yes?
Lydia did not make it. Where the heck is she? Oh, outside the guild hall. Just a little behind. Alright, there she is. Expert smuggler and Raisa.
Oh, it's good to see you. I have already been in contact with our mutual friend, and it seems that my passage from this city is being arranged as we speak.
'Tis more than ye deserve if you ask me. Speak your truth before I smash your teeth out.
High Commander Javen Tarmacus ordered one of your guildmates to be imprisoned beneath his stronghold. I came to know this prisoner, and I realized that there was no way she could be in league with demons. Her heart is so pure. Her manner so joyous and kind. She told me she is a member of the Order of the Burning Dawn, and that her name is Bryn Lightfingers.
Bryn Lightfingers. Bryn Lightfingers, are you sure?
Yes, I am sure. We spent many hours together, debating religion and morality, and speaking of the injustice of her capture. It was she who convinced me of the brutality of my order, and it is for her that I am here.
Huh. She, isn't that the wife of Bellamy Lightfingers, or maybe sister? Why would the Knights leave Bryn alive? They've been slaughtering everyone else.
I know not. Perhaps they hope to extract information from her, or desire to use her as a hostage. She is rather charming, though, so I wouldn't doubt that she'd talked her way out of execution. Tarmikos' stronghold is located deep in the woods east of Luskan. Bryn is being held in the prisons beneath. The main way into the chapter house is by a heavily guarded bridge, so unless you can talk, or fight your way through, you might need to find a different method of getting in.
I have questions for you.
Please. You have but to ask.
Why is the Gilded Eye hunting us?
Tarmikos' knights move only against those they believe to be engaging in demonic activity. There has been an increase in abyssal power in this world, and the Knights of the Gilded Eye seek to stop the demonic invasion before it starts. They must see some connection between the Burning Dawn and the Abyss, or they wouldn't have made such a drastic move.
Why did you join the Gilded Eye in the first place?
I am a devout servant of Helm, the Guardian. I sought a way to lend my arm and shield to Helm's service, and Javen Tarmikos gave me that. I admired his fury, his dedication, and his conviction. I could see us doing great things for the good of the world, and saving thousands of lives from the predation of demons. I was so blinded by my hatred of demons that I forgot that I was meant to be a protector, not a destroyer. Bryn showed me that there were better ways to serve my god.
Look how cool the sun blade is that I have. It's like lit up in the fire blade. How did you escape the Gilded Eye?
Through sheer luck and the will of Helm. I found an exit from the prisons into the catacombs below. A path I'm certain even High Commander Javen Tarmikos doesn't know. I believe the hand of Helm guided me and helped me find my escape.
Tell me about Javen Tarmikos.
He is the founder and High Commander of the Knights of the Gilded Eye. An utterly devout man, brutal in his justice, but just to a fault. He was a member of the Order of the Gauntlet until a decade ago, when he decided that the Order's policies toward demons were too lenient. Tarmakos swore to eradicate all signs of demonic influence in the world, whether they were truly demonic or not.
Thank you for the information. Best of luck to you.
I cannot tell you how much I appreciate your assistance. I know that soon I will be somewhere the Gilded Eye cannot touch me. This blade was a gift from my commander upon my initiation into the Gilded Eye. I cannot stand to carry it anymore, but perhaps it will be of use to you. Thank you again for your help. Please, show them no mercy. And tell Bryn that Risa says hello.
Risa. Quest complete. Level up for Larethar. Now, we can go ahead and level everybody up. Ceremonial Gilded Eye Blade we received. Let's go ahead and check that out. Hopefully it's a great sword. It's a dagger. 1 to 4 piercing crit range +2. Oh, we have that sword of life stealing too. But it's a great sword. Only she could use it. And she's doing so well with what she has here. But is it better than Eldengar? 3 to 12 slashing, +1 to hit. 5% chance to deal 4 to 18 necrotic damage and gain 15 maximum hit points lasting 30 seconds. I don't know. We could probably go to that Noxious Chasm and use that. The dagger, on the other hand, Larethar, it's worth 2,700. I'll use this to get the extra critical range to replace the Burning Dawn short sword, I guess. Does 5 to 8, but 18 to 12. How is that critical range +2? $18 to 20 is critical range +2. I thought that's basic critical range, but I guess it adds up somewhere else that we can't see. Oh wait, there we go. No, critical range 18 to 20. Huh. Is it not working? We'll just have to hope that it works. Alright guys, let's get out of here and go level up. Our next step is to travel to the Neverwinter Wood, where we can be in range of the Vintner's Keep. We can go do the Vintner's Keep. But let's actually level up with the Cutlass. Go deliver a marked ruby.
If you say so.
There's Calantha for Ship Renthor. Audric would like the marked ruby. Another good find. Let me see what you have. Parasitic Axe, 5% chance to deal 1 to 4 necrotic and heal the user for that. It's a +2 axe though. Cloak of Evasion, 4% chance to cast Blur. Critical range +1, Mending Band. Pretty decent stuff. But we're just gonna save it. Do we want to talk about Ship Renthor? Let's go. Just come here and let's level up this episode. Why does he have 0 remaining points? He has 3 ability points, but no. Let's start. Alright, let's start with Larethar. He's already gotten to Scoundrel. Sneak Attack. Sneak Attack 2 would cost a point. It would go from 3 to 12 damage to 6 to 24. And the extra damage is automatically a critical hit if done from stealth, which, if we get Hide 2, it's 50% movement speed reduced to 30%. And stealth checks get a +8 bonus. But let's see what else we could do. Expertise grants an extra +3 to lockpicking, search, and disarming traps. That's very nice. Dash channels adrenaline to augment running speed, increases movement speed by 50% for 10 seconds. Nice to run down a mage or something. Go for the throat, strikes the target's throat to keep the target from casting spells for 12 seconds. Disengage, dodges quickly out of the way, increasing all damage resistance by 50% for 4 seconds. And for the next 6 seconds, all stealth checks gain a +5 bonus. We don't really use them in melee so far. Hidden Dagger Part 2, which would go from 7 to 16. It makes the creature's cooldown durations go to 200%. Endanger attacks a foe, reducing their ability to defend themselves. It deals 12 to 32 piercing and causes the target to take an additional 30% damage from bludgeon, piercing, and slashing for 30 seconds. Very nice. Misty Step, it's a teleport. Teleports the caster up to 15 yards to a targeted location. If an enemy is targeted, the follow-up attack deals 9 to 20 piercing. That's pretty sweet. Assassin. Arcane Trickster, Sleep, and Versatile Trickster. Then we've got Carouser. He's already got Secret Stout level 3. Trickster's Implement. Deal an extra 1 to 4 necrotic for 30 seconds. He's got Revelry 2, Revelry 3. Each ally in range would gain 20% resistance to all damage and 32 maximum hit points for a minute. That's very nice. 2 weapon fighting, whirlwind attack, cage of chains. Hurls a weighted chain net over an enemy. The target must make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw or take 4 to 18 bludgeoning and be trapped in place for 10 seconds. All these are good, man. Swings the user's weapon at every foe within 4 yards, making a melee attack against each affected enemy, dealing 10 to 22 piercing. The attack is so furious that each enemy takes partial damage even if the attack misses. Marshal, we could get Impede, strikes a foe and attempt to cripple them, dealing 14 to 38 piercing and slowing their movement speed by 60% for 30 seconds. Victorious Surge, we know what that does. Flying Foe, hurls a spear attached to a chain at an enemy. On a hit, the target takes 6 to 13 piercing and is pulled toward the user. Range of 12 yards, that's pretty cool. Archery, we already have Hunter's Mark. This would take Hunter's Mark to where they cannot enter stealth or invisible and take 35% additional damage from 25%. Arrow of Slaying focuses the next shot at a chosen target, making certain to hit the target for massive damage. Deals 24 to 78 piercing on hit. Requires a ranged weapon. Debilitating Shot. Fires a shot at a vulnerable spot on the target, dealing 14 to 38 piercing. The crippling shot causes the target to suffer 50% penalty to movement speed and -1 to hit and damage for 30 seconds. Then we could always get, it would cost 2 points, but proficiency bonus. It would go to 8-yard radius and +8 perception from +6. And also no movement speed penalty. Lockpicking. What's my lockpicking, actually? Level 2, okay. I mean, there's so many things we could do. We could go longbow, we can go scimitar. Wow. Do we have a scimitar? That's a great sword. Gwynon's Blade is a scimitar. 1 to 6 slashing, +1 to hit and damage, 1 to 4 acid damage on hit, and 25% necrotic damage resistance. It's super nice. Would it replace, not really replace the +2 rapier? Well, yeah, this would be his main weapon now, I think. But, I mean, that's just one way we could go, and we can put in his second hand the +2 rapier and maybe sell the ceremonial gilded blade. But, let's see. Oh, Dirty Trick. Did I not read that? Slings dirt toward the eyes of a nearby foe. Each enemy in an 80-foot, 5-yard long cone must make a DC 15 dex save or take 8 to 20 bludgeoning damage and be blinded for 10 seconds. Sneak attack 2. I think I'm going to go very basic here. We're going to get 1 point to hide 2. Or hide, so movement speed is only 30% reduced and all stealth checks are increased by a +8 bonus. Let me go ahead and make sure that's what I want to do. That requires level 7, distracting remark. Revelry is another thought. Hunter's Mark II is another thought. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do... Also another thought is, yeah, Hunter's Mark II. I think we're going to get level 2 hide. Learn for 1 point. Oh, we can go even into level 3 hide. We have 1 point remaining. Double our sneak attack damage. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do. Level 2 sneak attack. And either expertise, +3 bonus lockpicking, search, and disarming traps. No, we're going to go with... Well, wait, what does that unlock? It unlocks Slippery Mind at level 7. Grants proficiency in wisdom saving throws and +6 when attempting to decipher a scroll. Expertise +2. Wish I had 2 points. But I think the best thing would be to get Revelry 3. 20% resistance to all damage, 32 maximum hit points for a minute. There we are, so that's Larethar. Let's go to Lydia. Start with her character points, or attributes. Let's see, Wisdom would get +6, and the save would go to 9. Intelligence to help her do scrolls would be good. Constitution. How about dexterity? Let's get a point of dexterity, taking it to +3 and the save to 3, and maybe another point of wisdom. Yeah, determines the divine nature, potency of the spells. Okay, we'll take those two. And abilities, she's got a whole new thing, spiritual weapon. The hammer will match the caster's level up to level 10 instead of level 5, and lasts for the same amount of time. Divine Strike infuses the caster's weapon with divine energy. It would go from 12 to 27 to 14 to 37. Oh, no, can't get that. Healing Word would heal 24 to 29 instead of 18 to 22. Righteous Champion. Turn Undead. Conjures divine energies that terrify the undead. Each undead within 9 yards of the caster must make a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, its turn for 30 seconds or until it takes any damage. A turn creature cannot attack and will attempt to flee from the caster for the duration of the effect. Entangle. Sprouts grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground. At a point within range, these ensnaring plants then spread to a radius of 2 yards. For 14 seconds, the ground in the area becomes difficult terrain. A creature in the area must succeed on a DC 17 strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants. That's nice. Throw that at a mage. Bark Skin transmutes a targeted ally's skin, giving it a rough bark-like appearance and granting that ally +2 armor class, 10% lightning resist, and 10% bludgeon resist for 20 seconds. Goodberry would go from 24 to 31 healing to 32 to 40. Wind Wall raises a wall of gusting wind from the ground, swirling out to a range of 2 yards, centered on and moving along with the caster. The wall lasts for 20 seconds. Any creature within the area other than the caster must make a DC 17 strength saving throw. A creature takes 12 to 30 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful save. The strong wind causes arrows, bolts, and other ordinary projectiles launched at allied targets behind the wall to deflect upward and automatically miss. Pretty cool. We can get level 2 Sacred Flame. Wreaths a chosen target in flame-like radiance. The target must succeed on DC 17 Dex save throw or take 5 to 7 radiant. Celestial Strike conjures a celestial force that shines down from the heavens toward the targeted creature. Must make a DC 17 Dex saving throw. A failed save results in the target taking 20 to 30 radiant, or half as much on a successful save. Prayer of Healing conjures a wave of divine energy that refreshes the caster's allies. Each ally within 8 yards regains 31 to 39, and it has a 7-yard range. Cure Wounds 3 would go from 31 to 39 to 40 to 51. Disciple of Light would increase healing by 50% instead of 35%, and 20% resistance to radiant and necrotic from 15% in the Light tree. She's already got Bless 2. Revivify 3. Suffuses a recently fallen creature with divine energy. The creature returns to life and regains 49 to 64 hit points. Then continues to heal for 72 to 84 over 12 seconds. I mean, that's a big upgrade. Restoration 2 cleanses the target of all negative effects instead of just one. Aid bolsters allies with toughness and resolve. Each ally in range gains 10% resistance to all damage and 7 maximum hit points. Very nice. That's the life tree. Protection. Shield Bash slams a target with a shield, dealing 4 to 13 bludgeoning and stunning them for 4 seconds. And Shield Wall grants the user the strength and courage to raise a shield, automatically block all incoming projectiles for 8 seconds. Martial. Archery. Skills and proficiencies. Could get heavy crossbow. Could get heavy armor. Righteous Champion. So what level is she actually? She is level 8. So the hammer right now only goes to level 5. It would go to level 8 there. Turn Undead. I'm tempted just to get all the healing stuff. Like Goodberry, Healing Word, Prayer of Healing is 2 points. Cure Wounds is just 1. Disciple of Light, increase healing by 50%. Probably will get that. Oh, this would be a cantrip that would deal 5 to 17 radius. That's instead of her bow, though. So, aid. Shield stuff. Alright, so I'm going to get Disciple of Light. Now look at these skills. This would, now we do 34 to 43 for Cure Wounds. Let's get Healing Word 27 to 33 because it's the fastest cast one. And then finally, with 1 point, I think we go ahead and get Spiritual Weapon. So let's do it. Boom. Righteous Champion. Then we've got Jarhild. She's got Battle Master. She can get Second Wind 3. Draws upon an inner well of stamina to heal and gain 48 maximum hit points for 12 seconds. It goes from 30 heal to 48, which is very nice. Action Surge calls on an inner reservoir of adrenaline, granting 25% action speed for 6 seconds. Commander's Shout, call out orders to a nearby ally, granting combat bonuses. The target gains +3 to hit and damage and +2 to their critical range for the next 60 seconds. That goes from +2 hit and damage and 1 critical range. Very nice. Rally 3 sends shout words of encouragement to nearby allies, granting 65 to their max HP plus 3 AC and cause them to grant combat disadvantage to their attackers for a minute. So that goes from plus 39 HP to 65, 2 AC to 3 AC, and adds the combat disadvantage. That's amazing. Reign of Terror costs 3 points. Releases a shout of anger so violent that it overwhelms nearby foes. Affected enemies must make a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw or become confused for up to 30 seconds and suffer a -3 penalty to their AC. At the end of each round, affected targets may attempt to make a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw. If they succeed, the effect ends early. Then we've got the Champion tree. Sure Strike 2. A precise strike that always lands deals 15 to 38 from 13 to 30. Steel Serpent stabs viciously at a foe's knee or foot, dealing 11 to 20 slashing, causing them to suffer -50% to movement speed for 12 seconds. That's Champion. Then we have Shield Bearer. She can get Aspect of the Mountain 2. Grants a well-trained body the sturdiness and resilience of stone. 35% resistance to bludgeon, piercing, and slashing for 30 seconds, up from 20%. Paralyzing Shout emits a shout with such force and fervor it rattles the bones of all nearby enemies. Each enemy in the range must make a DC 11 Constitution save or become paralyzed for 12 seconds. So that goes from 6 seconds to 12 seconds. Debilitating Strike quickly strikes a painful spot on a target, dealing 15 to 38 slashing and causing -50% reduced movement speed, a -1 penalty to damage, and a -1 penalty to hit for 30 seconds. Then we've got the 2 weapon fighting. We don't use that. Great weapon fighting. Charge dashes forward and strikes a foe before they can react, dealing 11 to 20 slashing damage, but requires a 2-handed weapon. Cleave grants a follow-up attack after a killing blow. This additional attack hits anything within a 180-degree cone, 3.5 yards long for 11 to 20. It costs 2 points, though. Protection, more shield stuff, Shield Bash. No saving throw on that. Block projectiles. She's got level 3 Victorious Surge. Impede flying foe. No archery. She's got all the proficiencies she needs. So let's see here. 10 yards. Point blank area of effect. A 10-yard radius, pretty much. Shout of Anger. And the save is a DC 17 Wisdom's throw. That's really good for us. They become confused for 30 seconds and suffer a -3 penalty to AC. Or definitely Rally 3. We got to get that for the combat disadvantage to attackers. And bonus AC and max hit points. Let's see here. Shield Bearer. Maybe in case when we do fight with a great weapon, I wouldn't mind Charge, that's for sure. That would make me actually want to use a 2-handed weapon with her. Imagine charging against the mage or something before they can cast. Well, I'm gonna go Rally 3 for 1 point. That cancels out Reign of Terror. Gonna get Second Wind 3, 48 hit points. Plus healing 48 hit points for 12 seconds. And then we're gonna get pretty much Aspect of the Mountain 2, go from 20% resistance to bludgeon, pierce, and slash to 35%. I think that's pretty good. Now, character points, remaining points 2. Definitely want to go Constitution. Her strength can't go up anymore. What about Dex? Contributes to your AC. She could get a bonus of 2 to Dex, but she has no bonus. Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom, Charisma. So the next best bet would just to be either save the point until we can put another point in Constitution. Oh, we can't. 20 is the maximum for her. For right now, anyway. Let's go with Dexterity. 20 points. Boom. Now, finally, we've got me. What is my name again? Elizander. Abilities. Scoundrel. Can do much the same thing as Larenthar, but we have access to this. Knave's Gambit. Focuses on an enemy's weak points to the exclusion of self-defense. Increases critical range by 2 while suffering a -10 to AC for 3 points. We could get Slippery Mind, grants proficiency in wisdom saving throws and +6 when attempting to decipher a scroll. Expertise 2, +6 bonus to lockpicking, search, and disarming, up from +3. Dash, but we can get this. I'll go for the throat. Disengage. Endanger. Hidden Dagger. Misty Step, Teleport. We can get level 3 Trickster's Implement. Goes from 3 to 9 extra necrotic damage on hit to 4 to 13. That's on each hit, which is very nice. Level 2 Confuse, level 2 Versatile Trickster. The DC actually goes up on the Mage Hand spell. Rather than making a DC 14 Wisdom or be distracted, which grants combat advantage to their attackers, it goes to DC 16. And Confusion 2 goes to a 3-yard radius. And at the end of each turn, it's a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw instead of 14. Okay, then we've got Carouser, which we haven't done at all. 2-weapon fighting. Cage of Chains. Whirlwind Attack. Martial. Archery. We have the 2 racial abilities. Then we have skills and proficiencies. I did want to get Scimitar. Medium armor would be cool. Scimitar is only 1 point. Sneak attack would be 7 to 25. Dirty trick. Oh, 80 inch, I guess, not 80 foot. 5-yard long cone. Oh, 80 degree, I'm sorry. Let's make a DC 16 Dex save or take 9 to 21 bludgeon and be blinded for 10 seconds. Let's go ahead and stick with what we've been doing. Which is the Arcane Trickster. Let's get a better Confuse. Confusion 2. Let's go ahead and get Trickster's Implement 3. And finally, how about Scimitar? Looks good to me. Character, we can get another point of Dexterity. And another point, 23. No, let's get another point of Intelligence and Dexterity. Very nice. Looks good to me. Only 16 Charisma. I may want to get a cloak or something that gives the 4 Charisma or something. We saw that. I don't know if I want to go Dexterity. Oh, it does go modifier to +6. It's the only one that actually changes the modifier. I don't know if I want Charisma or Intelligence. I'm actually going to go Charisma. Because it's being buffed right now. And... yeah. I'll go Charisma. Alright. There we are. Now, since I can use a scimitar, I can go ahead and potentially use Gwynen's Blade if it's better than what I'm using, which I don't really think it is, but I did want to use scimitars in case we found a good scimitar. Actually, I could go ahead and use that while she uses I didn't think scimitar through too much. Let's actually have her use Gwynen's Blade. Her damage is not as important. She still does 9 to 14. What about sword? Oh, that's a great sword. Right? She still does, because Tauren's Blaze is 1 to 6 slashing. She does 1 to 4 damage on hit instead of 1 to 6 fire. It's plus 1 to hit and damage, same as Gwynen's Blade. 25% chance to cause withering. Turns into 25% necrotic damage resistance, more defensive, so that's fine. I'll go ahead and make Tauren's Blaze probably my main weapon. And then use the Sunblade in the other hand. Oh my gosh. High Captain's Dagger is sick though. No, I'm not going to use the Sunblade, I guess. It is very good against undead. You know what? Let's give... that's a short sword. Let's see. Sunblade is plus 2 hit and damage. This is only plus 1, but it does the 1 to 4 acid damage on hit. Plus 1 to 6 slashing. I think we'll keep Gwynen's Blade, maybe. Plus 6 hit and damage versus undead, though. You can use a short sword, sir. Using the rapier plus 2, make yourself use the Sunblade. Yes. And the rapier plus 2. Or is critical range plus 2 better? I just don't understand how that's a plus 2 to crit range. It doesn't even say it is. 18 to 20. How is that plus 2? Unless it's doing it behind the scenes, or it's just not working. There's that possibility. Whereas I could put on the plus 2 rapier. It's only a 20 critical range. Maybe a dagger is normally a 20 crit range, is that right? Let's see. Let's put on this dagger. It is a 20 crit range. The game is working. I apologize. Because the Whispering Tooth is a 20 crit range. So if we put on the Ceremonial Dagger, it does in fact take it plus 2 to 18 to 20. We'll leave that on then. And use the Sunblade. And the plus 2 Rapier gets kind of thrown out of the mix here, but I think everybody has upgraded very much, particularly well. For, like I said, for everybody. Look at this damage. Oof. 17 to 20, 8 to 13. Do we want that in the main hand? Plus the 1 to 6 fire damage, 25% chance to cause withering, plus 5 to sneak, 15% chance to cast silence. Oh my gosh. She's still using a very good one in Gwynen's Blade. And her secondary is, yeah, Eldengar. So, you don't want to use the plus 2 rapier, right? No. Sort of life stealing. Alright, let's definitely save now after all that. Let's see how long we've been playing. 49 minutes, so I hope you enjoyed this theory crafting leveling up episode. I loved it. Hope you guys did too, and I hope you're enjoying the return to the Sword Coast here and in the LP. Next time we'll talk to Kalantha, learn about ship Rethnor, and also do more stuff. We have a lot to do. We have to recover Ship Rednor's Abyssal Relic. We could search the Vintner's Keep. We could travel to Neverwinter Wood for the main quest. Lots to do, guys, so I hope you'll join me. Stay tuned, and thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate and love y'all. Much love, peace, and joy, guys. Catch you next time with more Sword Coast Legends. Bye-bye.